In the previous class, we have discussed regarding what are the different methods of wastewater disposal, that is the natural methods and the artificial methods and the combined methods. And then we have discussed when the conditions are favorable that we can dispose the wastewater without any kind of a treatment, when we can dispose it, and when we can dispose with having the treatment. All those conditions we have previously we have studied in the previous class. Okay, now in today's class we are going to discuss, and we have overviewed. In the last class we have overviewed what is a self purification process. Now in today's class we are going to talk in detail regarding what is a self purification, what are the factors involved or factors responsible for a self purification process. Then we will discuss regarding the zones of pollution in the streams, then what is oxygen sac curve, and then and what is deoxygenation and reoxygenation, how it is important. All these things we are going to discuss in today's class. Now, what is self purification of the stream, natural stream? Now, when we are going to discharge the wastewater to the stream, right, when we are going to discharge the wastewater to the stream, this wastewater is going to be mixed with the receiving water body, right. This wastewater is going to be mixed with the receiving water body. Now when this wastewater is going to enter into this receiving water, this wastewater will also be getting, it is also going to be get polluted, because here the wastewater which is going to have the concentration C, it is going to have some concentration C and it is going to have some concentration Q, right. When it is going to be mixed with each other, this concentration C, Cs of sewage and Qs, that is quantity of wastewater of the sewage, it is going to mix with each other. So due to the mixing, what will happen? The dilution is going to take place. In the last class I have told you what is dilution. The dilution is going to take place, that is the strength of this wastewater is going to be get reduced when it is going to mix with this receiving water body. Now this receiving water body by its own, right, by its own, it is going to cleansize this particular water after some period of time by its own. That is, we call it as an self purification of the stream by its own. That means you are not going to give any kind of a treatment in order to the receiving water body to get purified, but its own, it is going to recover or it is going to treat itself. That is nothing but we call it as a self purification process. But this self purification is going to be important on the several factors, right. This self purification, that when a receiving water body, when it is going to receive a wastewater, again this receiving water body is going to be get polluted. Now even though after getting polluted, this it by itself it is going to get purify itself. That process we call it as a self purification. But the self purification process is going to be dependent on many factors. Okay, now I'll just explain what are the main two factors which are going to be dependent. Now the DO content of this receiving water body is going to be very important, and the wind velocity which is going to be flowed, right, also is going to be important for the self purification process. Now this particular receiving water body, it is going to have some of the aquatic plants. Now aquatic plants, by the process of photosynthesis, it is going to generate some amount of oxygen in the water, as well as the current or the wind which is there over the surface of the receiving water body. Again there will be a little bit of DO, it is going to be get inserted into the receiving water body. Now after some period of time, by its own, right, by its own, the receiving water the body is going to be get cleansize itself by having this particular process. Not now only not the DO of the water and aquatic plants, and then the wind is not only responsible for the self purification process. There are some other factors which is also going to be important in the self purification process. Now what are those factors which are responsible for the self purification process? The first one is dilution, then dispersion due to currents, sedimentation, oxidation, reduction, temperature and sunlight. All these will contribute in the self purification process. Now this particular question in examination, there might be one question, right, explain self purification process with the factors responsible in the self-purification process. So this question will be, probably it will be there, and it is one of the important question that they may be going to be asked in the main exam. So this is one of the very important type of a question that you may get in the exam. Now we'll see what are the different factors which are involved in the self-purification process. Now self-purification process, dilution is one of the factor which is going to be responsible. Now here the wastewater is going to have the concentration Cs, and it is going to have some quantity, that is Qs, right? Then Cr is nothing but the concentration of the receiving water body, and Qr is nothing but the quantity of the receiving water body. Now when the wastewater with having the concentration Cs and quantity Qs, it is going to meet with the receiving water body with having the concentration Cr and the quantity Qr, right? Now equation becomes CsQs, that is this plus this, they are going to mix with each other. Now after mixing, what will happen? They are going to have some concentration, right? Here after mixing, Cs and Qs, both the concentration are getting mixed with each other, and there will be dilution is going to take place. So the new concentration will be C, but the quantity, it is again Qs plus Qr. Okay, the quantity will become Qs plus Qr. So this, in order to find out the concentration of the receiving water body, now the formula that you are going to utilize is C is equal to the concentration of the mixed water, C mix. We can have the equation CsQs plus CrQr divided by Qs plus Qr. This particular equation we are going to utilize in order to solve the problems also. So concentration of the mix, that is after mixing, right, it is equal to CsQs, that is the quantity of sewage, then concentration of sewage plus quantity of receiving water body plus quantity of the concentration of receiving water body divided by the quantity of sewage plus the quantity of the receiving water body. Now this particular equation is very important in order to solve the problem. So you need to remember this particular equation in order to solve the problems further. So concentration of the mix is equal to CsQs plus CrQr divided by Qs plus Qr. This is very important, right? Now next is dispersion due to the currents, right? When the currents are there, currents is nothing but your wind, right? When wind is more, now what will happen? More DO will interact, more oxygen will enter into this particular receiving water body, right? And there will be more possibility of having the self-purification of the stream. So whenever we are going to discharge the wastewater into the receiving water body, we should also take care of the current which is going to be flow, the wind which is going to be flowed above the receiving water body. Higher the wind flow, higher will be the more possibility of having more self-purification, faster self-purification process. Next is we are going to have the sedimentation. Now if the stream velocity is little bit less, right, here this is nothing but the stream where we are going to discharge the wastewater. If the stream velocity is lesser than the scoring velocity, then the whatever the wastewater if we are going to have it, it is going to have some of the sedimentation particle, that is settleable particles will be there. It is going to get settled down at the bottom. It is going to have the two effects. The suspended solids which contribute largely to the oxygen demand will be removed by settling, hence the water quality of the downstream side, as it is, if the more amount of the suspended settleable particles are there, initially it is going to get settled down. Then when this flow is going to move away, then the quality of the receiving water body at the downstream, it is going to be good. Okay. Now due to the settled solids, there is anaerobic decomposition is going to take place at this particular place where the particles have been settled down, whereas when the flow, when it flows, when this wastewater flows ahead, what will happen? As the settlable particle will be less and the quality of the settlable particle, the further the receiving water body will be good. Okay. Then again, when it is going to travel, see this river or say stream, if it is a stagnant, then if it is a running water, then the possibility of having self-purification process, it is going to increase. Why? Because there will be the aeration will be there, since it is going to move from one place to the other place. When it is moving, it is going to have the interaction of the air with it. So there is a good amount of possibility is there that it is going to have the good self cleansing effect. Then is next is oxidation, right? The organic matter which is present in the wastewater, it is going to be get oxidized. Now this, when we are going to have the wastewater disposal, it is going to have some amount of the organic particles also, it is going to be get decomposed, right? And it is going to utilize the dissolved oxygen which is present in the natural water. Okay, now this condition is going to prevail till the oxidation of organic matter is going to take place. Okay, when the this condition, when we are going to dispose the wastewater, right, it is going to have the organic matter and it is going to decompose the organic matter whatever it is going to have till the end of the oxygen which is present in the receiving water body. Now the stream which is capable of absorbing the more oxygen rapidly through the reaeration can purify the heavily polluted water in the very less amount of time. Next is we are going to have the reduction. Okay, now oxidation and reduction. Oxidation and next is reduction. The reduction occurs in the stream due to the hydrolysis of the organic matter, right? Due to the hydrolysis of organic matter, the reduction is going to occur. Either it is going to occur biologically or chemically. The anaerobic bacteria will, it is going to split in the organic matter into the liquids and the gases, and it is going to have the paving way of the ultimate stabilization of the oxidation policies. Next is the temperature. As we know that the DO is here, DO is initially, it is inversely, it is going to be proportional with the temperature. That means at a lower temperature there will be higher BOD. Okay, at lower temperature, say for example at 0 degrees Celsius, what will happen, right? What will happen? It is going to have the maximum amount of DO, right, in the water. Okay, in the receiving water body. Now when the temperature has increased, more amount of microbial activity will be there and the DO is going to get decrease. Okay, and the DO is going to get a decrease when there is an more temperature is there, because when higher the temperature, more the microbial activity and the lesser the DO. So when temperature is also going to play very important role in the self purification process. If the temperature is low, more easy self purification is going to occur. If the temperature is high, due to the microbial activity, the self purification process, it may be bit slowed down. So temperature is also one of the factors. Now next is sunlight. Now sunlight is contributing in two ways. It may increase the temperature of the water, and again it is going to help the microbes in order to have the activity. So it is again the sunlight higher, sunlight is going to play a very important role. Sunlight, due to the process of your photosynthesis, it is going to provide the more oxygen to the receiving water body, right? And then these are the different factors which are going to affect the self purification of the streams. Okay, now we are going to see one of the very important question for examination point of view. This is going to be very important question because normally this question is it has been asked in your exams, right? With the neat sketch, explain the zones of pollution in the stream, right? This question probably it is going to be there. Okay, now here this, after looking at this diagram, you need to understand what all things are there in this particular diagram. Here the saturation DO is there, right? This particular line, the 100%, right? This particular line is called, we call it as an 100% DO. That is nothing but the saturation DO, right? This is 40% DO, and then I have shown some of the sections. What is all that I will explain, right? Now here we are having the 5 sections. In that we are going to have the zone of clear water, zone of degradation, zone of active decomposition, zone of recovery, and the zone of the clearer wastewater. Okay, clearer water. Now when we are going to dispose the wastewater, right? Before disposing the wastewater, this is with the question is with regard to the zones of pollution in the stream, that how the stream is going to change when we are going to dispose the wastewater to the stream, right? Now, how the stream is going to behave when we are going to dispose the wastewater to the stream, that is going to be explained in this particular zones of pollution in the stream. That particular thing will be covered in this particular question. So, we are going to discuss in detail regarding the zones of pollution in the stream. Now, when before discharging, now at this particular point, we have not discharged any wastewater to the stream. So, how the river water quality will be there before disposing to the stream, right? The receiving water body, it will be clearer before disposing the wastewater to the stream. So, initially the receiving, this we are going to talk regarding receiving water body, right? How it is going to behave, receiving body, right? Receiving water body. Now, when before discharging the wastewater to the stream, the receiving body, that is receiving body is nothing but this particular thing when we talk with respect to the receiving water body. This is wastewater and this is receiving water body. Now, in this question, we are discussing how this receiving body is going to behave when we are going to dispose the wastewater to the stream. Now, before disposing the wastewater to the stream, right, now this particular receiving water body will be clear, which is we have shown it over here. Now, you have started to dispose, right, here in the clear zone of clearer water, the receiving water body will be having the 100% of DO, right, 100% of the dissolved oxygen. Now, but when we have started to dispose the wastewater into the receiving water body, right? When we have start to dispose the wastewater to the receiving water body, now slowly this wastewater is entering into the receiving water body. Now, this will be having the DO initially say around, take it as 8 mg per liter if it is going to have. Now, once you have started to discharge the wastewater to this DO content is going to reduce slightly. It is going to reduce in this particular portion. Now, in this particular portion, what is going to happen is the receiving water body, right? The receiving water body, it is slowly, it is going to become dark and turbid. Okay, and here what will at the end of this zone of degradation, what will happen is this DO which was there 8 mg per liter in the beginning, that is 100% whatever the DO was there, it is going to reduce to the 40% of the DO. That means around it is going to reduce the DO by 40% of DO, where initially it was 100%. Now, at the end of this particular zone, what will happen? The DO is going to reduce to the 40% of the value. Why it is going to reduce to the 40%? Because since the wastewater, this wastewater is going to have some of the microbes in it, might be some of the organic components in it. So, what is going to happen? There is, once it is going to mix over here, the DO, this microbes is going to become more active and they start to consume the DO which is present in this receiving water body, and the DO is going to get reduced to the 40% of the saturation value, and CO2 content is going to get increase in such a receiving water body, and then what will happen? It is the conditions, these conditions are not going to be favorable for the fungi, aquatic life, right, and the lower point breeds such as the small worms, right, they are going to be get affected due to this, and then the color and turbidity is also going to be get affected. Now, once it is going to pass this zone of degradation, in the zone of active decomposition, what is going to happen is here the water will become darker, right, the water will become more darker than this particular zone, right, and it is going to reach the 0% of the saturation value. This particular line indicates the 0% of the saturation value. That means due to the decomposition of the organic matter in the receiving water body, the DO is going to get reduced to the 0% of the DO. Okay, so after this, again what will happen is in the anaerobic decomposition, the sum of the gases such as CH4, H2S, CO2 is going to be get generated, right? It is going to be get generated. Now, due to the having some of the wind current and then due to the photosynthesis itself, the wastewater has traveled some of the distance. Now, due to the self purification process, that is due to the wind or due to the photosynthesis process, right? Now what will happen, there is a possibility, there is an increment in the DO is going to occur in this particular zone only, and in this particular zone itself it is going to again reach the 40% of the saturation value. Okay, again it is going to reach the 40% of the saturation value near to the end of this zones of active decomposition. Here the water will become more darker initially, then it reaches the DO to the 0 level, and then due to the self purification process it is going to again increase to the 40% of the value. Then in the zone of recovery, right, in the zone of recovery the degraded condition is going to be get reduced. Okay, now due to the stabilization of the organic matter takes place in this particular zone, and again it is going to increase from the 40% to the 100% of the saturation value. It will reach at the end, right? It will reach at the end at the 100 zone of the recovery. Here it was 40%, and again slowly it will increase, and again it will reach the 100% of the saturation value at the end. But here in the zone of clearer water itself, it is going to maintain to the 100% of the saturation value. Now in the zone of clearer water, what is going to happen, it is the water becomes clearer and it is again going to be attractive appearance, then again DO is going to increase to the saturation level, and again oxygen balance is going to be get attained in this particular zone. Okay, so this is regarding your zones of different zones of pollution in the stream. Now this particular question is going to be very, very important. Now this particular question, it will be asked, explain the zones of pollution in the stream. Then you need to draw this particular diagram, and then what is going to happen in each of these zones, that you need to explain in detail when it is going to be asked in the main exam. So this is going to be very important kind of a question. Now this question may be again associated with explain the zones of pollution with the deoxygenation and the reoxygenation curve will also be asked in the main exam, that how to do the deoxygenation and the reoxygenation curve along with this particular your zones of pollution, that will be explained to you in the next class. In the next class we will see regarding what is oxygen sac curve now, and then we will see oxygen sac curve with the deoxygenation and the reoxygenation curve, and then we are going to see what is the Streeter, how the Streeter-Phelps equation can be done, that we are going to see in the next class. Okay, along with the wastewater disposal to the land, that we are going to see in the next class. Okay, thank you.